Get right to the site. Welcome in CBS Sports HQ college basketball analyst Matt Norlander, who joins us from Mohegan Sun. North Carolina and Purdue going back and forth. What's your reaction to how that game played out?
Well, I was quite thankful for how that game played out because the opener between Tennessee and Villanova was a little bit of a snoozer. So now you'll have Purdue playing Villanova in the championship game on Sunday here at Mohegan Sun Arena. It was a wonderful watch. I actually thought North Carolina showed a lot of resolve. I talked with Matt Painter one-on-one, Purdue head coach, afterward, and he said, listen, both of our teams defensively have a long ways to go. Having just spoken with Hubert Davis, he certainly echoed that sentiment. But I'm telling you, and I'm going to have a column on this on CBSSports.com or on your CBS Sports app about what Purdue is. This is my preseason pick to win the national championship. Yes, the Purdue Boilermakers. I understand this is not a program that's in the mix to make the Final Four every single season. You see this guy right here, Jaden Ivey. Telling you, heard from a few NBA people in attendance at Mohegan Sun on Saturday. The hype for this player to go in the top 10 of next year's NBA draft is, well, it's percolating at this point. He's such an important special player. He's not a perfect player. Painter even said, listen, he's not ready to be our lead point guard by any means, but he's got a real killer instinct, and he has made a tremendous jump over the past 8 or 9 months. You combine that with the fact that they've got Trevion Williams and Zach Edey, a couple of bigs there, and man, Williams is phenomenal, right? Like when I was talking with Matt Painter, he said, I have never seen a player in my entire life. Trevion Williams, preseason, first, second-team All-American level player, right? He doesn't start for Purdue. He said, I've never seen a player like this. He doesn't start games well. He comes off the bench. I've never seen a player who's so poor at starting games and so great at finishing them, and that was reflected on the court, in the game, and in the box score. Sasha Stefanovic, who had a wonderful first half for Purdue and was shooting so well from beyond the arc. Hakeem, he had more than 20. Jaden Ivey and Trevion Williams, they combined for 65 of Purdue's points. We are early in the season, I get that. And football season still capturing a lot of attention. I'm just telling you right now, this could be the most balanced and effective Purdue offense that Matt Painter's ever coached, and he's had a few good teams over the years.
Yeah, something brewing in West Lafayette there. Purdue's going to beat Villanova on Sunday in the Hall of Fame tip-off tournament championship game. Nova beat Tennessee in the first game on Saturday. Vols struggled mightily, as you mentioned. They made 19 shots and had 18 turnovers. That was bad basketball from Rick Barnes' bunch. What happened?
Well, one of the things, and I talked with Rick Barnes after the game about this, is Kennedy Chandler, the freshman point guard, who is projected to be a one-and-done player and first-round pick, just as Jaden Ivey will be next year in the NBA draft, although Ivey's got a year ahead of him in terms of experience. Kennedy Chandler just made a few bad mistakes, and they were down, I think, 15-5 when he picked up his second foul. Tennessee just wasn't able to find any kind of grip on this game. Josiah Jordan-James has not played well to start the season. He's a player that Tennessee fans know very well. They're expecting big things out of him. They haven't gotten a big lead for Fulkerson. But I will say this, Jay Wright, he knows how to coach. Villanova's not even that deep. They're just really tough, and they got what they wanted from their key players. You see Colin Gillespie here. He's a senior, as reliable of a guard as you'll find probably in college basketball. And Tennessee just was laggy. It really was. I mean, I mentioned an NBA scout talking to me before about Jaden Ivey. There's so many that are in the building here because it's a huge weekend, 4 ranked teams. And one of them had happened to mention to me, did Tennessee take the bus all the way from Knoxville up here? Because they looked asleep at the wheel. It was a bit bizarre. I do anticipate that for that Tennessee-North Carolina Sunday matchup, we got some great college basketball on a football Sunday, by the way. I think that Tennessee team is going to come out much better, much stronger, and really challenge North Carolina on the defensive end. Only great things to say about Villanova, which sets up a wonderful top 10 matchup against Purdue on Sunday. And there's been a couple of really good college hoops non-conference top 10 matchups. In Nova, it will be involved in its second one when it faces Purdue, and hopefully it's a little bit better of a result because, as you might recall, Nova went on the road and lost in a great game against UCLA in overtime a little over a week ago.
Again, Villanova, Purdue in the tip-off tournament championship game on Sunday. Matt Norlander, break it down for us here on CBS Sports HQ. Good to see you, Matt. And for more from Matt Norlander, join him and Gary Parrish on the Eye on College Basketball podcast, delivering commentary, reporting, and insider information as they break down the big storylines in college hoops. The Eye on College Basketball podcast. Download and subscribe today.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.